Hi, my name is Joshua Stiles and I'm a senior solution architect here at 21CS. And today I'm going to be walking you through a demo on how you can utilize Stratus to migrate ML2 data residing on tape quickly and securely to your cloud provider without compromising the data availability or integrity. Before I begin, it is important to note that as Stratus moves your archived data to cloud object storage, your data remains fully accessible and compliant, and the date last reference and migration date are unchanged, keeping the historical accuracy of the dataset intact. The integrity of the dataset remains accurate even in your cloud object storage environment. Using Stratus to migrate ML2 data, the power of the product begins with its ability to provide a complete summary report, which shows the inventory of your ML2 environment and helps you identify the immediate return on investment when migrating from tape to cloud object storage. By simply running a batch job, you can see how big your ML2 environment is. In this report, you identify the total number of datasets migrated to ML2, the average age, the oldest ML2 dataset, the number of ML2 volumes, and the total number of cloud objects. With this report being able to run ad hoc or whenever scheduled, you can build an informed cloud strategy based on your current ML2 environment and what your cost savings would be should the data be moved to cloud object storage. Equipped with a full picture of your ML2 environment, you can now begin the process of identifying which data you want moved to cloud object storage. With Stratus Simulate Report, you can set specific parameters and criteria to determine which ML2 data volumes you want to migrate, whether it's based on volume capacity, migration date, date range, or other classifications. Stratus allows you to narrow down which ML2 data sets you want to migrate. Once your parameters are set, like in this example, we're going to choose datasets migrated to ML2 after a specific date, you will then submit the job that pops up from these panels. To then view the output of this batch job, you navigate to the display to see all the simulates that have been ran in the past. Select the job that you just ran and see all the data sets that were read from your MCDS and meet the determined criteria. In this case, there are 10 data sets that were identified. Should I want to adjust the simulate because I want to narrow the search and have less data sets or expand it and migrate more, I can easily run another simulate to add additional filters to include or exclude specific data sets that I want part of this simulate. And you can add masks to get all the data sets under a determined qualifier. With the data sets now determined, it is time to migrate. So we're going to go to the migrate portion of the product. And with Stratus, there are a set of parameters such as group name, cloud name, maximum time to recall, number of data sets in a recall batch, and more that will help you optimize your migration without impacting your production HSM environment. With this all set, we hit F3 and the batch job is created. And you can easily set up a scheduled batch job to automate or migrate similar data sets to cloud object storage, or you can continue to run it ad hoc as your team sees fit. Now I'm going to submit the job. And with the job submitted and the data sent to your cloud object storage environment, you can return to the display feature to verify that the migration was complete. With the migration complete, you can also verify that the contents were then sent to your cloud object storage environment. STRATUSn has a hybrid cloud data management portion that allows you to use a list command that will list all the objects within a cloud object storage provider. We're going to use the list command, and we're going to specify our cloud name on where we sent that tape data. And I can see that I have a bunch of different buckets in my cloud object storage environment. I'm going to select the syszarc container because this is where my data was automatically sent when I did the migration from ML2 to MLC. And from here, I can see the different objects that have been migrated, including the data that was part of our initial set of data sets when we did the simulate with the ML2 to MLC migration. With STRATUSn, moving your archived data to cloud object storage unlocks the possibility for a mainframe-first approach to hybrid cloud, driven by what makes sense for your storage strategy.